Summer came in a flash of fire, rolled out its swirling tongue round me. Will you wait almost impatiently?
is a drug. Music is a drug. Music is a drug. Music is a drug. Drug. Dime, bitch, I'm still a high roller. I don't be black. 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 I don't need a dime, bitch, I'm still a high roller. Glow sticks and shots. Naked women, glow sticks and shots. Shots. Now if I ever lose focus, know my heart's been always in it. That's why groupies always notice. Either way you try to spin it. Fuck opinionated critics. See how I roll. Tell the tour bus driver take the expressway zone. Cause when you're crossing city limits, while knots can take a toll. I don't really know my limits. I think it's something you should know. Only time I feel alive is when those stage lights shine. There's passion mixed with patience, dedication on the grind. Medicated all the time, but I'm quick to switch my style up just to fuck with the people that said we couldn't make it and watch them get riled up. And to everyone behind us, here's a petition. You should sign it to eliminate the haters and the soul of their vagina. I don't need a dime, bitch, I'm still a high roller. I don't be black. 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 I don't need a dime, bitch, I'm still a high roller. I'm still a high roller. Bitch. Need a dime, bitch, I'm still a high roller. I don't need a dime, bitch, I'm still a high roller. I don't be black. 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 I don't need a dime, bitch, I'm still a high roller. Music is a drug, we never could stay sober. Music is a drug, we never could stay sober. Music is a drug, we never could stay sober. I don't need a dime, bitch, I'm still a high roller. 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 I don't need a dime, bitch, I'm still a high roller.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week 7 of House Party 5v5 EU West Premier League. I'm your caster for today, I'm Krang, and I'm joined by Joe. Good, bro, Joe. How are you doing, Joe?
I'm doing very good, thank you, Grang, and I am excited to see some really good League of Legends.
Yeah, today's game for the first one, for the time being, at least, is Britney Spears taking on Mies Kuma. Mies Kuma are the ones that are being on the blue side for game 1 on this best of 2, and Britney Spears on the red team. Just gonna run up the roster real quick. It's LBG in the top lane for Mies Kuma, 1730 Teal in the jungle, Silver in the mid lane, and the bottom lane of T-Bone, Steak, and Wolfheart PT. Going right up against Britney Spears top laner Tits, Futriff 67, aka Creed in the jungle, Apparn mid lane, and then the bottom lane of Turco Logo and Gridarn as support. Now, a member of the team has requested little bit more time, so we're not right getting into the ban and picking and ban. It's ban and pick, please. Gotta not get those two mixed up. Ban and pick phase, and should be a really interesting match. Britney Spears currently number 1 in the standings, and Mies Kuma 9th at the moment. But Mies Kuma is at no terms a bad team.
No, not at all. I will, especially looking out to see if they're going to try and make a big burst towards the second half of the season, and hopefully we'll see some really good play from both teams. I'm definitely looking forward to this bottom lane of Turco Loco and Gildan. I've seen them do some really good stuff in the past, and I'd like to see them come out strong again.
And here we go, we're right into the banning and picking phase. Mies Kuma are gonna draw the first blood in the banning, as there's still 10 seconds to go. Interesting to see what will be the first ban against Britney Spears. It's Fiora.
Very strong ban. You just gotta take it away. If you're not confident playing against it, it's best to just get it out of there.
Can just get that top lane wrecking in his favor, and just gonna snowball every other laner just right out the building.
Yeah.
And then the Tom Kench ban.
Gotta bench the Kench.
Yeah.
you can't just unbench the Kench because it will do some work.
Yeah, we're expecting to see Tom Kench being banned out on the red team. It's a highly contested pick. With
Very
that
target banned there with the Nocturne against Greedy. They've seen his Nocturne before and they are not too happy about playing against it.
And another very top ban or big champion, Gamblanc, being banned out by Britney Spears. Then the last bans are coming right up.
I like the sort of bans so far. I think they're very strong, just getting out some of those like sort of OPs as we see. The Nocturne definitely taken away from Greedy because he does a lot of work on that Nocturne in the jungle. He likes to get some early ganks in, do a lot of damage, and it's just generally scales very well. The Gangplank, another really strong solo laner. Really nice to see that taken away, and at least for the jungle. So they really want to try and get this Greedy onto something he's not too confident on, or at least won't have a big impact early on in the game.
Yeah, and then finishing up with a Veigar ban is super strong on that mid lane. Just can wreck almost every other AP laner. Going up against, don't want that big DC
so
circle.
Good around objectives. I mean, you can do well with him, you can fight around dragons, you can fight around barons, and he's just generally so good at controlling zones where you're potentially going to have a big fight breaking out, and if he catches someone in that stun late game, it can just be game over straight away.
And there we go for the first pick for Mies Kuma. It's gonna be Morgana. That can be a flex pick between the top, mid, and support. Will most likely be a support pick.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But that's the beauty of having a flex pick. You can think that, oh, it's going support, so we'll pick like something like AD heavy on the mid lane, but then it's just gonna whoop, it's top lane.
Exactly, and we see the same thing on the other side with the Lulu, possibly top, possibly support, and I doubt AD carry. But who knows, maybe they'll want to flex it super hard. But no, Lulu is a really good pick because she's just so strong in these fights to give you so much peel and sort of shields and heals for your team. Just really strong, and Upbound gonna go for that Twisted Fate as well.
Yeah, and it's also they can buff up the AD carry, and it's that Britney Spears most likely are looking to wanna have a Jinx, who's currently being hovered over by Miss Kuma, or Tristana, very crit heavy AD carries that can just speed him up, shoot him, and just gonna shoot out just so much damage.
Yeah, Jinx is so good in these fights. When she starts getting those rockets off and gets those big AoE crits, it's just so strong. Spread through entire teams. Really good on the chase as well. To just once you get that first passive proc, she just gets excited and goes crazy, steamrolling up teams if she really gets going. So it'll be really good to see if T-Bone can make something happen on this Jinx. Expect this Shen to be going top. Kind of a safe pick. He's pretty good lane. I mean, he can farm relatively well and stay alive in most situations. Although there are some really big top laners up, such as Darius. But it'll be interesting to see what he picks into this.
Yeah, Darius, Renekton.
Oh, so
There we go,
Lulu
it's
top.
Rex time.
Yeah, so Lulu top.
Yeah,
It's going to be a bit of a wet noodle fight top. Not really going to see much played, but Lulu should have the advantage in that, being ranged and with that really strong poke with her glitter lances and such. She'll be able to harass that Shen a bit, but I wouldn't expect any early kills, especially on that top lane.
it's gonna... Well, let's start the speculation engine. It's probably, it's gonna be, let's say, around level 7 after Lulu's gotten the ultimate, that she can really feel more confident about going deeper to poke in and just have that wild growth just to save yourself if needed.
True, but I would like to see the junglers making something happen top. It's potentially could swing it in their favor and just allow that other side to just steamroll and push in that other laner all the time. And I would really like to see that, especially from Greedy. I would like to see Greedy try and make something happen on LPG so that they can put him behind and then just have Tids just push all the time just to try and keep him under turret and miss as much as possible.
Then we see that Miyazukuma have locked in their final champions. They are Lee Sin and Victor. A very strong early to mid game jungler on Lee Sin.
Yeah. Definitely have a lot of power in this early mid game. I mean, you've got so many ways to just pick somebody out and just take them out of the fight, of a Morgana binding or a Shen taunt, and then you follow that up with the Victor field, and then you've got Lee Sin to also potentially kick people back. You've got so much potential just damage and CC to just keep people out of the fight and just take them out altogether. On the other side, you've got a team who are very much focused on wanting to team fight really well. You've got Lulu, who wants to put all her sort of abilities on that Tristana AD carry of Turco Lurko. He's just going to be going crazy, trying to get as much damage as possible. Gildan with the peel, and then just so much potential from both teams, though. I think this is going to be a really strong matchup.
Yeah, and also Victor against Twisted Fate should be a good matchup, as Victor can also deny the ultimate from Twisted Fate going up or ganking. Should be, well, it could be on the either top or bottom lane, but I would imagine it would be that Twisted is trying to make some plays happen on the bottom lane just to get Tristana going, so she can become just that horrible monster.
Yeah, I mean,
Great
you can
AD
deny
carry.
You can deny the ultimate, but it is pretty hard because you do have to lay down that field, then wait a few seconds. So unless you're like pretty much on top of him, then you're not really going to be interrupting it too much. But it's a really good matchup because it means when Twisted Fate tries to just push you into turret to deny as much, Victor just pushes straight back, and it's just going to be basically a fight of two wave clear mages just pushing each other in. But I think Victor comes out a little bit ahead with that Q. He can just punch it out, get that shield to try and block any potential return damage, and then just throw tons of burst down with that laser.
Yeah, gonna keep an eye out on the Twisted Fate's his movement. If he's starting to walk up on the top lane, he can already signal his teammates that, alright, so Twisted Face has walked up top lane, he might be ganking on top lane, so just be very careful.
Yeah.
Or even back out right away until you get more vision on him. But he does have, well, there is actually on both teams, they have the double TP on the mid and the top laner, so they can just make cross-map plays.
Yeah, I mean,
almost
having that Twisted Fate with another TP as well just means he's going to have such an easy time roaming around. He's going to be looking to make plays bottom, he's going to be looking to make plays top, and he's going to be trying to group around these objectives to always be in the fight. But we'll have to see how well he uses that. I would really like to see him using it early and not just using it to try and get straight back to lane, though, as we see a lot of TP mid laners do.
But looking at the champions, Mieskuma has gotten like a good front line with Shen and Lee Sin, who is also, well, he's not the tankiest, but he's quite beefy when it comes to defensive stacks, and also that Black Shield is gonna keep them more safe. But then Britney Spears, it looks like they gotta be a little bit more careful, as the Braum is their own like only true top, front line for the team. Rek'Sai, yeah, but it's also like Lee Sin. It's not the tankiest, but it's quite beefy as well.
But the thing is that Lulu can augment your team to make you that tanky frontliner. So even though Rek'Sai is not the greatest at jumping straight in, although she does enjoy doing that, Lulu is there to just keep you alive even longer. And I think that's going to be really what makes this team strong, is whether this Lulu can make those shields and those ultimates to try and keep the team alive. I like what they've done though. They've split CCs, so they've got Polymorph, they've got Knock Up from Rek'Sai, they've got Pick a Card, and they've got the Winter's Bite from Braum, so they've got multiple to try and get past the Black Shield, so they can at least pick somebody out of these fights and be able to say, you're not going to move now and we're just going to kill you.
And there we go, the 3-minute delay has run out its course. We're into the loading screen very much shortly. You can always show your support in Twitch chat by putting out who's gonna win, hashtag Mieskuma win or hashtag Britney Spears win, and I think it's hashtag Team 1 win or something like that. But anyway, these show your support in any way that you want. Doesn't really matter. It's always a form of appreciation.
In the end, we all win because we get to see some quality League of Legends.
Yes. And there you go, first Slayer Jinx. Already on the first game. Already a good day.
Yeah, I do like Slayer Jinx. I think it's a nice skin. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it looks really nice. But she really has that tone of, she's like reminding somebody, but it's like not right there. It's like it's somebody, just can't figure out who. Maybe I'll figure it out eventually. We're into the game, 12 seconds already. All members have picked up their items, and there we go. Britney Spears are looking to go as a unit, so probably gonna invade the jungle.
I would like to see some level 1s because they have such a strong level 1 on both sides, but it'll be good to see which side wants to try and risk it for the biscuit.
Yes, oh, so many beings around the map. But doesn't matter, they're looking to go under the Tribers. Stake and Wolf are right there, and then instant double ward, oh, and the sweeper. That much gold, very much worth.
Definitely. Getting that early pressure in, I think it's going to be so to go in.
But they're sticking up in the bush. There is no ward, he was just swept. But Mieskuma is looking to maybe possibly put a sandwich on them, but no, Britney Spears don't go any deeper, just getting wards on those golems. But are they gonna step into the Lee Sin bush? No, Lee Sin Q is gonna reveal Lee Sin that is there, so Britney Spears are just happy warding up the golems and the red buff. And right back to their own jungle they go.
Yeah, got to get that early vision out just in case, and just try and get that normal start to sort of get a little bit of comfort in there.
And it looks like it is start in the jungle with Greedy, and Turkoloco and Guidan are also helping up on the Grump. No, it's just gonna smite it and it's gonna go for the bottom laners. The Grump, meanwhile the top laner and the jungle are gonna take up the blue buff. But are they gonna... Nah, they're not gonna give it to you. She might be using that on lane, but would that take too much of Rek'Sai early on? No, they are giving it to you. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, Rek'Sai is perfectly fine to not take that, and Lulu can just pressure so much with it. See how this goes. It should provide a little bit extra power to this Lulu though, to just push in this Shen like all the time.
Yeah, so both bottom laners taking that Grump. Morgan actually taking a little bit more damage from it. Has to burn an extra cookie just to get his health back up. But at the moment, still CS is pretty even. So far, it's a little bit explosive with the Dark Bunny hitting, but it was only a level 1, so it was not like anything was gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not a lot of pressure, but it is a lot once it hits and gets in that extra damage. I mean, it's just so much you can put on, but it's going to be a lot more as it goes into this mid game. And at the minute, it's just literally a zoning tool, really.
Tristana again getting hit by the Dark Bunny, but Jinx doesn't have the jumpers up, but instead a lot of damage onto the Morgana, has to put the black shield on himself, and now Jinx is a little bit vulnerable, but another Dark Bunny actually catches up with him, has to flash away, and then a rocket jump from Tristana just to get out. That was very close. And exhaust burns on both bottom laners, and then the heal from Tristana.
Yeah, gotta get out those early summoners. You don't want to be the one to give over the first blood, so gotta just get it out straight away.
I'd rather be safe than to be dead. Actually, good model to follow up on life. And both there's actually a double pink ward currently on the top lane, so good warding on both teams. Moment there's.
Gotta try and get that vision out. I mean, you don't want this Lee Sin to start roaming around or the Rek'Sai. You need it to be able to see, otherwise it could potentially just swing the other side.
Yeah, but so far Wolf is showing some great accuracy with the Dark Binders. I don't think he's missed once so far. So it's gonna show a little bit of an issue for Britney Spears. So it's gonna see how they can handle it. They're gonna have to dodge it better. But overall, all laners seem to have pretty even CS at the moment. But there we go, Lee Sin is on the top lane, and actually Rek'Sai is on the bottom lane. They're looking for Jinx, who just flashes out instantly, and the jumper actually also came down, so it was safe on that. Morgana a little bit careful, but Rek'Sai is not gonna go for her.
Yeah, it just needs to. He's just coming in. She's just coming in, put that pressure down, and then back straight back out because she's just trying to get those early summoners out so we can put the pressure into this mid game when the Tristana and the Braum can chain together to just mean that no flash equals just dead potentially.
Yeah, only Morgana having an ability for having a flash up for Miss on the bottom line. So if Rek'Sai does come for a repeat gank, they have to put everything on Jinx, who only
definitely
has a heal up. So it's gonna be a little bit easier of a target. They can get the gank on me on top lane. Shen goes in with Taunt. The kill, but just a little bit damage to shields it.
Yeah, it's as said before, it's just going to be a kind of a little bit of a wet noodle fight as they don't really have the damage to burst the other out. Both of them are so sustainy that they're just happy enough to stay alive and just push through these laning phase. But Turkoloco is taking so much damage and even more coming down on the cooldown.
Yeah, another Dark Bunny hit, but puts the explosion shot on Morgana. It's not too much damage, but it's enough just to back him off.
Yeah, not having that summoner heal is really hurting Turko. He really wanted to go in on 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 the Morgana there, but without having that heal, he's just worried that T-Bone could just come in and do so much damage and just take him straight out.
Yeah, if they get the Dark Pinion and then right into the jumpers, it's... You can't really flash out if you're CC'd.
Yeah, exactly.
And recently finding the second pin port of the game already for him, so he's getting a nice payday.
Certainly trying to get rid of this vision. If he's blind, he might as well make everyone else as well. So getting rid of those wards just so that he can put the pressure that he might be there. It's not so much the actual point that he is going to gank there, it's just so that he can make sure that Turco has to be careful if he's going to try and go in on T-Bone and Morgana, because there's so much damage that can be traded straight away, and if you've got that potential of Lee Sin coming in, then it could just be game over if he did.
And Rek'Sai giving out the blue buff for Twisted is gonna have much happier time laning against Victor. It's just gonna put more wild cards and bigger cards down.
Yeah, it means you can just lane that little bit easier and can just try and push this Victor in, even though it's basically that's all it's going to be in this mid. They're just going to be pushing each other constantly in under turret and try to deny as well.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have the blue buff.
Oh.
Rek'Sai actually got it. So just as we say, he's gonna not have a happy time laning.
So you give Rek'Sai the blue buff, so that, well, actually there's not much reason to give Rek'Sai the blue buff, so...
That...
Bit of a misplay there by Britney Spears.
Yeah, but luckily we don't judge by the way of how the buffs are transported to the laners. It is by other skills that we judge them. Silent judge is like the best judge that you can give out.
We can slightly judge them, slightly.
give a little bit of a fun press. Oh my, we have not done that.
Exactly. That's all we can really give him, but Greedy's just gonna have that blue buff, take the red, and then just back so that he can try and possibly finish this Cinder Hulk and then come straight back out with that ultimate. One of the many reasons that you should always play Rek'Sai, because he's just so good at just doing the jungle, then coming straight back out with that ult, and 730 going a bit low there.
Yeah, there we go. Not making sure that doesn't happen for Victor either. If it means taking a little bit more damage, but not dying, it's still good.
Yeah, or not taking it as well.
Yeah.
Damage being traded back by these bot laners. T-Bone and Turco just laying down a little bit of poke each time. T-Bone easy enough just to land those rockets, whereas Turco can get those explosive shrapnels off. But well, trying to look to go in, but he's a bit worried that Gildar might come in and turn it straight back around.
Yeah, Tio is actually making his way under the bottom lane. Might actually just go for the golems instead. But now the passive of Rom is on the back shield, is going to neglect the stun by actually is the one who gets Dark Pinion, and that's the first block going right onto Jinx. And now the ultimate Rom just going to keep himself alive, but there's no help coming. He tries to jump to the minion, looking to get away. Jinx still has the ulti, first the heal for Smoothest Big Pop Rom is just going to flash out of the Super Mega Jet Rocket.
Yep, and as Lee Sin comes down, the bot lane gets the kills. So, a bit of a wasted run, but potentially could be Dragon going over, especially when you take Turco out of the fight. A little bit of a misplay by Turco and Gildar. They went aggressive, but they should have been aware that the Black Shield could just be thrown on to prevent that passive, which is so easy to see coming, because it literally has to stack up.
Yeah, just trying to get those explosive charges even more. But then Wolf just turns it with a beautiful Dark Pinion, who's actually point blank. And now Rek'Sai tries to look for a kill onto the Lee Sin. He uses Smite also, and there comes the Destiny from Twisted Fate. Meanwhile, Twisted Fate gets with the wild card, and then a double kill onto Miyaskuma. And now Turco is looking for Jinx, but actually has to wait because of the jumpers and gets away. Even a teleport cancelled from Twisted Fate it was. That Twisted TP was burned.
And I think that was Aphon saying calculated, because of that beautiful wild cards as Wolf just flashes over head first into one.
Yeah, it's interesting actually that Turco didn't choose to chase. He had the flash up, so he will just flash over the jumpers to continue chase, but a little bit doubtful about having enough damage to finish up the kill. Not wanna
Yeah, I think
waste
that was
a
really
flash.
well played. Apart from the fact that so we praised Miyaskuma before, but now they've just given over the dragon and the few kills. I think Silver kind of messed the field placement. He placed it behind Greedy in the hopes that Greedy would run away, but he felt no pressure, so he didn't really do anything. And a lot of damage being traded by these tops, or I say a lot of damage being reflected by these tops, because they're literally just going to sustain each other out of this lane.
Yeah, Shen's already got the Pammy's Cinder, so looking for Sunfire Cape. So he's gonna focus on farming those minions with Sunfire Cape.
Yeah, and Lulu with that chalice is just gonna sort of sit there and be happy enough to spam abilities all the time.
Ooh,
and keep herself alive.
Morgana looking to almost be got out, but a little bit late on the on Rek'Sai.
A little bit too far
right
away.
there.
A little bit too far away, but it's just going to be a little bit more pressure added down, and it means that T-Bone's got some free fall.
Oh, another Dark Bunny and right into the jumpers. That was right the combo that I was talking of. But from Unbreakable Will, or no, it's Unbreakable actually. It's Unbreakable Will. That's Alistar's ultimate, so not gonna get those mixed up. He's gonna keep Tristana safe.
I think that
any
was
more
a
damage.
little bit weak from T-Bone there. I think he could have really put some extra damage down. I mean, he went forward, the Black Shield went on, so there was no real way that Turco and Gildon could slow him and keep him in place, so it was all up for T-Bone to get some damage down, but chooses to just back away.
Oh, it's being safe. You don't wanna accidentally take something that could possibly bite you right up.
True, this is true, but I think it could have been more helpful just to get that little bit of extra damage.
Yeah.
Chomper's down now, so I'm not going to see any real big plays, even if the binding does connect.
They're just gonna be on a few second cooldown. They're not gonna have the combo. And Miyaskuma actually are spotting now Rek'Sai, who spotted Steppers and clears it up. But now they have the information that Rek'Sai is on the bottom side of their jungle, on his jungle, actually.
Yeah, so they know where Rek'Sai is, so they can sort of play a little bit safe, but there's nothing you can really do. I mean, T-Bone's pushed under turret along with Wolf, so he's not really going to be able to even dive that, because there's the potential of them just turning it around so well. Mid's just a bit of a farm fest, and so's top, so these junglers really haven't had a lot to do this game. The only thing they've really done is had a bit of a scuffle around Dragon. Greedy coming in for that kill, obviously, on Lee Sin, and just doing a lot, and Gildon getting a bit thrown out.
Yeah, but there's Destiny up right up there, going for Morgana, who will put the back shield, but there's not enough. The CC is too much. Barney's gonna pick it up, and the ball guard, and the flash behind, and the ultimate. Just putting up an insect play on Tristana. And now Rek'Sai going for Victor, but the gravity field is gonna keep him alive.
Beautiful play by Arthon there, just roams down and then just lands that Destiny perfectly into the fight. They pick out one, they go for the second with Turco Loco's ultimate and flash, and it's just another double. So Arthon getting a little bit strong now.
Going for a Victor, but the Shen ultimate is enough to make them go away. It might have actually been on the turret range if it was right there, but they didn't want to go any further. They got the ultimate of Shen. Now Lulu's gonna push up the turret, and they're gonna get it the first turret for Britney Spears.
Yeah, so a little bit, possibly a little bit gun-ho there. LPG trying to come in and save Silver, but the threat wasn't potentially that much. I mean, Greedy was a little bit worried about diving under the inner turret, because I think he could have held that and waited for Greedy to go in and then use the ultimate, because then it feels like Greedy has to run away. But now it just means that there's going to lose a turret, and they've lost one of the major ultimates. So hopefully Britney Spears are going to push this advantage even more now because of that ultimate disadvantage.
Yeah, and both AD carries still building the same wise. Tristan actually being almost 30 CS behind. So, but still, the sisters are keeping him item-wise still in the game with
definitely.
T-Bone. And
That
now
was
they're
still
looking to take
relevant,
the
but-
minute. The TP is coming down, but there's still enough damage to take down the turret. Not in time. Victor comes with the TP, and now Brom's caught up with the Dark Pinion, but not fast enough on the follow-up, so Brom just walks away.
Yeah, do manage to get the turret with that explosive charge, so that extra auto attack that Turco throws in there was just enough to make it to go down. So mid turret for not a lot, really. They get the TP out of Silver as well, so now they're looking at TP advantage, and this could potentially be Dragon going over, or at least force a fight that would mean that they would have to rotate more than in the whole team to come down to this objective.
Already 4 members on the mid lane. Shen is still top lane, but he almost has the TP up, and actually a flash yellow card right into Victor. Victor should be dead. It's Twisted Fate who picks up the 5th kill of the game.
Yeah, everything going Afon's way here. He's on 5 kills. He's gonna go back and finish up that Abyssal Scepter soon, and he's just getting so strong in this mid lane, and this could potentially just be Dragon just getting handed over here.
It was beautiful timing actually, considering that the ward that Victor was in was not warded on behalf of Britney Spears, so he flashed in and he got the yellow card before he entered the brush, so he actually got the stun off. We've seen looking for Dragon Steel, but no, Britney Spears does the smart thing and wait for the kick to go down, and he still goes down, but goes down in the pit.
Yeah, that was not worth at all. I mean,
No.
once you mistime that Q, you either have to go in with that, or you have to just give up, because even if you do dash in, you're relying entirely on your flash to get back out, and even then it's really not entirely worth unless you get the secure, and if you don't get the secure, then you've just basically wasted your flash for nothing.
Yeah, but it was actually smart on behalf of Britney Spears. They were waiting for the Lee Sin Q to wear off, so they stopped all damage from coming. They waited till it's timed out, and they went on it. Rek'Sai got this might.
Yeah, definitely well played, and somebody other than Aphon picks up the kill as well, which is nice. You kind of want your power spread out across the team and not just focused on that one player. So Aphon already on 5-0-1, and Turco just picking up 1 kill to mean he can finish off that Infinity Edge and start just farming up even more in this top lane.
You mean bottom lane?
He's in the top lane.
Ah, okay. Okay, so I was getting confused saying top laner, no, but he's bottom laner.
No.
Alright, there you go.
Turco's in the top. Just gonna farm that wave and then back off.
Alright. Already gotten 237 gold with the average place. Looking for a static shift next item after finishing up the Berserker Greaves. And Stick, looking the same thing, just finished on the Infinity Edge. And now Victor was brought up a little bit, but the Stand United was coming through to just save Victor's life. Shen tries on, but it doesn't hit anyone. Victor still getting knocked up. Akbar's gonna pick up 1 kill and then the stun on the Lee Sin. He should pick it up, but no, he flashes out. And the clearance is not enough damage. Brom is still in the front line. Actually, Jumbers hit onto 3 members, but it's Brom who denies the Super Mega Jet Rocket from hitting any valuable targets. And now Shen has the explosion shots and all that. It's not quite enough. And another yellow card hits this time on Morgana. But only 1 person going down.
That was impressive there.
Yeah.
That LPG managed to survive there. Really went low from that explosive charge, but just able to stay alive. A lot used there to try and make something happen. Managed to pick up Earth the 1, which is nice, gives Aphon even more power now, as if he wasn't fed enough already. Looks like Wolf just gonna sort of throw out a binding there.
Oh yeah, hits on the roof, but it's not this one, and we see him walking into an onboard push. Gonna go down, Turco is gonna pick up that kill, and Jim trying to do damage. Turco jumps into the front line, and Victor is gonna pick up that kill, and now at Barn is gonna pick up 1 kill onto the Morgana. We're looking for a yellow card onto Jinx, hits and the wild card, that's a double kill. But Twist of Fate, and now Silver is a little bit in a bad place. He's gonna walk into a Rexa, and the Destiny is gonna reveal him. They're gonna support, but it's a triple kill for Twist of Fate. And now Shen is looking to getting chased by 4 members of Britney Spears, and there's the comes the knocks up. He's trying to get over the wall with the taunt, and he does, but Rexa has a tunnel, so he's still chasing, looking for cooldowns. Brom is gonna come up with the passive. And there we go, finally Rexa is gonna pick up a kill.
Yeah, so Apon is getting pretty scary now. A little bit of miscommunication there from Miyaskuma. So Silver completely out of position, gets caught out. LPG comes in to try and make something happen, but he gets caught as well, because once Silver goes down, there's no real damage to come out, and he just has to run away. So Apon getting really strong on 9-0-2 now on that Twisted Fate.
I have a feeling that we're not gonna see Twisted Fate on game 2.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's going to be either a priority ban or pick from Miyaskuma, because this is pretty scary what's happening right now. I mean, once he gets rolling, all he has to do is run up, land those gold cards, and take on the damage. Although, as we're seeing now, I would like to point out what happened with Turco there, jumping forward head first into the fight and then getting absolutely obliterated.
Alright, go for it.
A little bit greedy.
What?
I think when you're on about 150-ish HP, it's probably not the best time to jump head first into the enemy. But hell, if you're ahead, I suppose you gotta try and take some risks.
Well, if you're gonna reason with it, let's say he was trying to get a kill so he could get another jump, so to get out. So he's gonna jump in, gonna put some damage, gonna get the kill and gonna jump out. It's a nice plan, but
It's a good
when you
plan.
jump right into a victor, that plan tends not to work 90% of the times.
Yeah, especially when that laser comes down and just basically takes off the remainder of your health, and Lee Sin gonna get
Ooh.
absolutely caught out.
Yeah, not a Destiny pop, but a nice Dark Binding totally denies Twisted Fate from hitting that gold card, but they're still looking for Lee Sin. Here comes the flash from Tristana, actually trying to get some damage with the rocket shot. Not enough damage, and Miyaskuma are defending this bottom lane.
Yeah, the ultimates come out and they're just not able to finish her off. I mean, Tristana fires the ultimate, flashes forward and does everything she can, but it just pushes them further into the enemy side, and it's just not enough in the end to really take them out. Bit of a wasted roam there. I mean, they came down and did really well, but T-Bone just landed those chompers perfectly to cut off the entire team, and it just meant they couldn't really achieve anything.
And now both AD carries are looking for that real power spike with the Infinity Edge and the Static Shifts. Gonna have so much power with those basic attacks. Then literally caught up, but dashes right over the wall, and now Lulu got hit by the Dark Binding. Wolf's accuracy is brilliant, it's like 80% at this
Yeah,
time.
he's done really well on this Morgana to land these bindings, but they're just not able to convert. They're just not grouped enough to really be able to pick out these players. They land the binding, but then they can't go in, and especially now that they're behind, they really are worried about engaging and just losing a fight full stop.
Yeah, and the Dragon Dance has started missing a kill, so he can't really go in unless he's gonna get in. And actually a point right onto the Tristana, but the Walker is gonna keep him alive. Meanwhile, Rek'Sai is on the front line, just keeping them, Miyaskuma, from getting into the back line. Lee Sin gets hit up with the passive and gets stunned up. Looking for damage, auto attack is almost enough, and has to flash away from Rek'Sai. And Tristana actually jumps right in the gravity field and gets the kill and jumps out before he can even get stunned.
Yeah, and that's how you're supposed
Yeah.
to jump forward. When you're on that much health, you're happy enough to jump forward, land that one auto, and jump straight back out again. And I'm a lot happier with Turco's choice this time. But that was interesting. So didn't actually get the secure from Greedy. A bit of a miss smite there, and meant that the dragon went over to Miyaskuma's way.
Oh, I totally missed it, also.
Yeah, so basically he
Alright.
just walked up and smited it.
Oh,
That was
okay.
all he needed to do. So
Well, that's always also an option when you miss a kill. It's like, you either go with a W,
true.
or you walk.
Do give over the 2 kills though. LPG going down as well as Lee Sin, so meaning they're gonna be a little bit pressed now, because now you've got another 2 kills on the Tristana. He's getting strong. You've got Twisted Fate, who's already extremely strong and actually does secure the blue buff this time.
Yeah, there we go. Let's give it a round of applause for him. First blue buff of the game, I believe.
Oh, and the sad ward.
Well, Rek'Sai has a really weird, just gonna make that ward go away. And they're gonna spot another one, so very nice use. Sluber gets 2 wards with it. And they're gonna reveal a pink ward.
pushing aggressively into the spot side, possibly
Yeah.
potentially trying to draw them down so they can make some plays, possibly around Baron, because obviously you have the TP advantage with 3 over 2, or 2 of them are technically on Athbarn. You do sort of have a kind of advantage where he can come down to help and then go straight back to put the pressure on. Silver securing his blue buff is going to be really nice. He's going to sort of be really strong around these fights if it does break out, which I expect it to, because we're seeing the group coming out bomb. Turco's so good at doing damage to these turrets on Tristana. I mean, you just get the charge down, get the rapid fire, and just destroy so quickly.
Yeah, and now Guidan is gonna go secure that pin port that they saw earlier, and it actually goes up on the gold and plus 4 gold from the passive.
Really good.
Yeah, looking for rotating on the bottom lane turret. Tristan and Brom are right there, and they're trying to keep out the rest of the Miskuma members. Jinx is actually gonna walk up from lane and not from jungle, but still have help from the jungle overtaken. And the Iron Door is gonna keep him alive, but Weezing 2 goes in, tries to get the kick, but doesn't get the ultimate up at all. And now this one wasn't the double, but Mr. Fate comes in with the Destiny and now also Shen. They're looking for and Jinx flashing in, but the Iron Door is gonna keep him from alive. Shen still holds right in. It's already a double kill for Jinx. And a messy fight, and now Wildcard's going wild. He actually gets the kill onto the Shen. And now they're looking for Rule. Victor already putting down the cover, the kill, gets the stun up and the kill. And they're pulling back from this deficit that they have. Already still looking. Oh, nice laser with the beam, but a very nice Iron Door. I'm just gonna keep going in Iron Door because it's gonna keep you alive. That's why I will not mess it up with Alistar's ultimate.
Well, it's a lot of damage coming out on both sides. You see Miskuma starting off the fight with Lee Sin going in, able to get the kick onto Turco, so he gets denied the escape to get all the damage down, pick up a few kills and the turret.
Yeah,
and that's going to be a lot swung back for Miskuma to try and bring up this deficit, because it's still a 7k deficit, but it was a lot more before.
Yeah, and Wu actually was trying to teleport onto that turret for some reason. I don't know why. If he went through, it would have been 2 against 1. They have the Walkroad up, but I think he would have gone down, especially with the turret being so low. They would maybe wait for the turret, wait for the TP to come through, and then finish up the turret, and then kill Lulu.
Yeah, I do like the fact that Gildan has finished his Zeeks now, so Turco's going to be a lot stronger. We saw that T-Bone had his completed, well, Wolf had his completed and on T-Bone, so it was a little bit of a damage differential there, but now it's sort of been equalled. But it'll still be really hard to fight this for Miskuma, especially if people start getting caught out.
Yeah, Shen's just gonna spot Rek'Sai in the bush, but doesn't spot Tristana coming, but still goes through over the wall with the taunt, and Destiny was popped. Don't twist the fate, but there we go, looking for a bottom lane. Doesn't have the TP up, so if Miskuma are looking for a pick, this will be the time.
Yeah, so Athbarn popped the ultimate to try and make something happen on Shen, who just jumped over the wall. He was also trying to see if anybody was out of position, but when he found out there wasn't, he just turned around and thought, well, I might as well make use of this. So he goes bottom, pushes out the wave, and then just backs straight off so he can group up for the team fight that is potentially going to break out at Baron.
And Rek'Sai actually picking up a Dormail with his Deadman's Blade. So he's looking to be really invested in that tanky Rek'Sai. That's gonna be in the front line.
Really strong, and he's gonna be moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour on this Rek'Sai, especially as he goes around with that dead man's gonna fight around this dragon, easily taken over, I believe. No way you can contest.
Yeah, they're just gonna trade the top lane out the turret. They're looking for inner turret. There's already 4 men there, and no TPs from Britney Spears. That's gonna go down. That's an inner turret for Miskuma, and they're still looking, but they have to be careful because Britney Spears are coming, and Rek'Sai is already gone in. Gets the flash knock up onto the Jinx, and he's still surviving, but finally goes down. And also Wolf was not in the front right, trying to get the ultimate. It's just gonna go down. Now LPG is left, and Dark Loka is gonna pick up 5th kill of the game, jumps forward, gets the exposure on the Lee Sin, but Lee Sin just gonna ward hop over the wall, and the Destiny spot, he goes for the Victor, but the Victor prepares it with a gravity field, and Torque Walker is there to back it up with enough basic attack damage. He's gonna secure the kill. Braum is still looking for Lee Sin, gets the kill in, but I don't think he has enough. Lee Sin just uses the kill to get over to the Wolf Camp, and the kill is still looking. Gonna keeping them away from Baron. It's a nice plan, but has to be careful not to die. Gets stunned and actually gets the kill. And that is an unofficial ace while rest of the Britney Spears get Baron. And the Super Mega Jump again! That was... Ooh. He almost...
The punish.
He almost got out of it. And it looked like he was, but... That ultimate has a little... how'd you call it, a corner on both of its sides. So if you are just right next to it, it will still hit you.
Hitbox is a little bit wide for that,
Yeah.
but I think that's a little bit of a punish there for Gildan for going so aggressive to take out Lee Sin under turret. Took a lot of damage and it's an easy pickup for Jinx, but at the same time it's Baron and multiple kills game over. And the interesting thing is Jinx died at the beginning of that fight and it took so long that by the time it eventually ended for Gildan, she was back up and was able to ult from base. So a little bit overstaying from Britney Spears that time.
But it was definitely still work. Got the Baron on 4 members.
Definitely.
And the main carries. So they're looking to push up maybe the bottom and the mid lane turrets possibly? Or are they just gonna stick up as a team?
They're just going to sort of group around some kind of objective because they're a little bit worried about splitting up and getting caught out. If they group up as a team, it's very hard for Miyaskuma to really do anything because they're so strong at this point.
They should just get the turret as they do. Gridon is still not there. Sukindo went to make his way, still on the Raptor camp. But he is joining right now, but Miyaskuma spot him. They're not looking to do anything special. Rek'Sai clears the ward, that's gonna clear another one.
Control as they push back out, making sure to check all those bushes to try and deny as much as possible so that Miyaskuma has to then invest the wards back in so they've got less upcoming fights to check and they just need to really group up somewhere.
Oh yeah, there's the Destiny and they go right on the Victor who's on the sidelines, but he's right into a gravity field and a nice kick, right getting from the pit, right into Tristana and Jinx is looking to do enough damage. Rek'Sai tries to get enough with the knock-up, that's not enough, and then the standing unit comes and Silver is gonna pick up that 1 kill onto the pit and they're looking to chase and they get the kill on the Gidon. This fight just went right across south of the border for Britney Spears.
Yeah, I am struggling to understand why Upon went in there. He went super hard in, and it meant that everyone had to invest so much into trying to keep him alive. It meant they just weren't there for the fight. So T1 just able to pick up from the backline, gets to get excited so he can get back out as Turco and such come in to try and collapse onto him, but they're just not able to really make anything happen. And now Victor's pushing up the top wave, and they could try and focus down an inhibitor turret. Oh, no, they're just going to back out, throw out the inhibitor to get out. A little bit worried about Turtle coming up big.
Yeah, Teal actually got a very nice Dragon's Raid. Hit Rek'Sai, I believe, and it hit where he landed was right at Tristana and Tits. So they also got the CC from it.
Yeah.
But they couldn't do anything at that time, which was just enough for Jinx to get right back into the back line.
And Victor forgetting to clear out that little minion buff means that he gets interrupted.
It's the little things in life.
The little things that count. Little things.
But
Sometimes the
Britney
littlest
Spears,
things can be the biggest and annoying.
yeah, Britney Spears still have the gold lead at 9,000. Dragon's coming up in 50 seconds. Britney Spears is already on Dragon number 3, looking for number 4. While Miyaskuma still only have 1. And having to use the taunt just to get out of the Braum queue.
Miyaskuma really need pick a fight that they can win. It's so hard to really do anything. They need to sort of push this top wave so that it pressures as Britney Spears goes down to try and do Dragon. The problem is though, when you've got the double TP on Britney Spears, it's just so easy to rotate back up and apply that pressure again. But then again, as one team goes up, the other team goes down, and it's all about these out rotations. And I'm really struggling to see how Mia's Kumas are going to come back. Have these sort of little mistakes on Britney Spears' side, but it's just not enough to really make a big impact in this game.
Yeah, they're looking for another Dragon Dance. Big Rom actually goes for it just to get the kill onto the Jinx, and then uses the ultimate on the rest of the members. Shen is on the front line, he gets taken down. Fighter down, Super Link at like a comes, but nobody goes down. And now Lee Sin is the front line, he gets yellow carded, and Greedy is gonna pick up one kill. And now the explosion shot is on Jinx, and the Destiny comes through. And it's right onto another creative field, but Turco still gets the reset, and is looking for the Ace. Ooh, there we go. And it's Ace, and they might be looking to push for a win. 30 seconds and 25 seconds still on Shen and Teal.
That was so well played by Tekoloco there. Just getting that Zeus proc and then just goes straight in. Gets all the resets he needs. So he can just bounce up the line and take on every single one. And Apon with a beautiful Destiny just to make sure to close that distance. Takes out T-Bone, and although he doesn't get the kill, it means that Turco can get the reset to just pounce on up. And really well played by Britney Spears to take the fight that they need. This is where they're just so strong though, once they're ahead. They can just take these fights and happily win them because they've just got so much shield and protection for the entire team with this with Tids on this Lulu, which is going full AP.
Yeah, and actually a bit of a mind games coming from Guidan. He walked right in front, cut the Q onto the Jinx, and then it looked like he was gonna ulti him. But what he did was he ulted everyone else except for the Jinx, and Wolf got baited in, put the black shield onto the Jinx. So he didn't get that on any of the ones that were hit by the ultimate, so very nice play from Guidar to get that fight started.
Yeah, definitely. I was a little bit worried as Gildan got caught when he went in, but they just managed to turn it so well. It makes a potential catching out into a one-team fight. Just so well played.
And another Destiny pops, this time is Wolf who's caught up, but the dark shield is gonna keep him alive from the yellow card. And the target is on the Jinx. Freedom goes in, that's the kill, but he's dodged out, and a nice grab the field, but still a lot of damage onto the Jinx. Jinx is gonna go down. Shen came in with the flash actually over the wall, he's gonna pay with his life. Upon is gonna get the 13th kill of the game, and they're still pressuring on the mid lane. Actually goes in with a flash and Q and uses the Sunny so he doesn't get the aggro from the turret. And there comes the wildcard onto the Rexa, and the wildcard hits him. Leads in this time, and Turco is looking for another reset. He jumps in and gets a double kill onto Wolf.
Yeah, that was so well played. I mean, this is the problem with this team though, is like although the Black Shield can block one thing, it can't stop the rest of the CC that comes through and just picks them off one by one. And once one person goes down, Turco can just steamroll up the team along with Aphon because they just have so much chase potential. And
this unlikely Silver is gonna pull up amazing defense against 5 members. At least both Nexus are gonna go down, maybe even possibly the game. Binks is up, Shen is coming up right in a few seconds, but there is just too much damage there. Britney Spears is gonna pick up game 1 of this best of 2.
GG well played for both teams, but Mia's Kumas just they get the first blood, but they're just not able to take these fights as well. Losing a lot for around Dragon and such, and it just means that they set themselves so far behind that Apban can just go crazy on his roams and just pick up tons of kills here and there, and it just means that they're always playing from behind and they're just never on an even playing field.
Yeah, they made some nice plays when Britney Spears, they were waiting for them to make mistakes so they can capitalize on them, and the 2-3 team fights that they won were just because Britney Spears were playing the team fights poorly.
Yeah, definitely.
But now that's game 1 is finished, and we're gonna go into game 2 of this best of 2 between Mia's Kuma and Britney Spears. We're gonna be right back. And hello everyone, and welcome back from this short break, and we're right into the banning and picking phase of Game 2 between Mies Kuma and Britney Spears. This time Britney Spears is on the blue side and Mies Kuma is on the red team.
Yeah, I love it because it means we get a little break before we get straight back into the action, and I'm really excited to see how Mies Kuma respond to Britney Spears, because they showed a really dominating first game, and they're just gonna go for some samey bans. They're gonna take away the Lulu though. They really don't want Tids bringing that potential again. I mean, he kept them alive so well in those fights, especially on Abban and Turco. It just meant that he could just wreck Face so hard.
But are they gonna ban out Twisted Fate, or are they gonna stick with the what was it, Fiora?
Yeah, it's just gonna go
We're
straight
not gonna
up.
get into much further because it is Twisted Fate as the second ban
Yeah,
for Mies Kuma.
possibly this could leave up the Nocturne for Greedy though. Feels like that Nocturne. Gonna leave something up, definitely.
Yeah.
But they really don't want you don't want Britney's coming straight back on something they're strong with. I mean, they've already shown they're good on it, so you don't want them coming back again with it. It'll be a bit more of a comfort as well, because they've already shown they can play it once, they can certainly do it again.
And Veigar last ban for Britney Spears, but what is going to be the last ban for Mies Kuma? Is it gonna be Fiora? Is it gonna be Nocturne? Or is it gonna be something else?
I think whatever they leave up will probably be first picked. Because
Bro! So
Interesting.
the Nocturne is open, Fiora is open, so they only have one pick. So are they looking to pick up the other one that doesn't get picked? Possibly?
I would think so, but I don't know whether Teal will play Nocturne. So it could potentially just backfire and
Oh, it's a
Shen's gonna
Shen
go
pick.
over. There's
Right.
flex though. Could be top, could be support.
Yeah, I'm gonna say support. It's gonna be my wild guess.
I'm gonna agree based on the fact of Gildon just loves to jump into the team fights. And it'll be a really good way of him keeping his teammates alive, so see how he does on this Shen, but could still potentially be top lane.
Really hard to say from this. We're gonna have to see what the are gonna be the first picks for Mies Kuma. Still 18 seconds to go to lock up the first two champions that they certainly wanna play. And a hover over Morgana so far. Still 5 seconds to go.
This is fine to pick Morgana. Wolf showed he was good on it.
Yeah, and Tristana. Okay, so the bottom lane for Mies Kuma. So not looking any cheeky. We're not gonna ban these, so you're gonna pick something else, and then we're gonna pick them.
Yeah.
No,
it's,
just gonna pick something that they feel comfortable.
It's good to pick a strong bot lane like this. I mean, you've got a lot of burst. Once that binding lands down and Tristana throws the charge on, it can just do tons of damage once it explodes. I mean, they're really gonna have to show a little bit more this time. I think that Wolf was really good on that Morgana, and T-Bone did a really good job on Jinx, but they just couldn't scale that into the mid and late game as well as they'd like. And I would like to see them try and get potentially a bottom lane solo kill, because they really showed they could punch Turco and Gildon's card.
Interesting that went for Tristana and not staying with Jinx, because he was over in CS with Jinx over to Tristana. But choosing to take Tristana instead, thinking that it's a much stronger than Jinx.
Yeah.
And we have a Mundo.
And Mundo is going to go where he pleases, I believe. Question is this going to be a jungle Mundo or a top Mundo?
Well, I'm gonna say top lane Mundo.
But I love jungle Mundo so it's so fun.
Everybody loves it. There is no people, human.
Except those who have to
doesn't
face against it.
Well,
I mean, I generally don't like to be slowed for eternity, but we'll see how it goes. Mundo's so strong though in these lanes as well. I mean, his top lane's just so much easier now that he's got that auto attack reset in, and his skills a little bit better. And I think he'll be happy enough to play this into most stuff. Olaf is pretty strong though when it comes to that.
Yeah, but that's also gonna be a flex pick because it can also go jungle or top lane, but that's gonna be a seer. It's gonna be going for silver, most likely, because
Yep.
AD carry a seer does not work.
Yep, he is listed as a marksman, but I don't think it works as well as a lot of other marksmans.
Oh, he is?
So, yes, he is actually listed as a marksman.
Interesting. Well, you learn something every day.
The more you know, he is actually a marksman, so he can replace your AD carry. Probably don't do this in your solo queue games, because you will probably get raged at.
A counter for AD carry Mordekaiser? Possibly?
Not at all.
No.
I mean, you can get out, I suppose, and you can wall him off so you can try and keep him away from you, but I don't think you're going to do a lot of trading back into him, because it means you have to be sort of at that range where the soldiers can hit him, and the closer you are, the more worried you are that you might get caught. So, who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's just too next meta for me.
Happy days for you because it is a Mundo jungle.
I am happy, unless this is a Kikis, in which case it could be Gnar jungle. But no, Mundo
Or Shen
jungle
jungle.
is. Oh no more. No, but would that make Mundo support or Gnar support?
Well, I tried Gnar support once and I can with Pierce heart say that it doesn't work. Well, that's a lie. It works, but it's don't.
As with many things, it might, although it may seem like a good idea at the time, it's probably best not to do it.
So
Mundo
it
jungle.
is a Gnar top lane and Mundo jungle.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Alright, there we go.
And
it's looking like on the size of Miss Guma, it's gonna be Olaf jungle. And I've been misshotted down from my missing information because they are now hovering over Elise, and that's gonna go into the jungle.
who knows? Maybe they're gonna do
Or
Olaf top.
it's a support Elise and top lane Morgana and jungle Olaf.
Yep, potentially. Who
The
knows?
possibilities.
The possibilities are endless. We could even see it going as now with Tristana jungle. Who knows?
Well, if Twitch can jungle, why not Tristana?
I suppose. Would you build Tristana jungle with Devourer though, or Warrior?
Yeah, I don't know because I'm not a jungler, so I'll go something like I'll build a Runeclave on Tristana being AP Tristana jungle.
Interesting.
And then I'll get rage at a lot, and I'll feel ashamed, and I won't be playing League for 2 months.
Oh, don't do that, Grind. Don't do that. I'm sure the Tristana jungle is potentially a thing out there, but we're not going to see it this game. It's going to be the Elise going into that jungle, Olaf coming out top, and Morgana going straight into that bot lane. And I like these teams. I think they have a lot of potential on Miaskuma's side to pick somebody out. I love these sort of comps where you have a few ways of picking somebody with CC. I mean, you have the binding and you have the cocoon, whereas on the other side you've got some really strong CC from you've got Gnar, Shen, Victor, and potentially Mundo who can land those slows. And it's going to be a pretty speedy Mundo once you throw out that on the hunt from Siva, and he just could go potentially crazy into these front lines.
And combined with the ulti.
Exactly.
And maybe even the Gitman's Blade. And the Xerax Cage. There we go.
Yep. And Warmogs. Gotta have the Warmogs.
What else? Aranduins at least. Or
Yeah, so Mundo's gonna do. I think he's gonna do a lot of work if he actually manages to make these ganks come off. But if he doesn't, this could be a bit weak. Not too sure though. So we'll see how this goes. But Britney Spears just have such a good team comp. I mean, they can fight pretty much anywhere. And if they get ahead again, I think it's going to be even harder for Miaskumas to come back. I mean, LPG could potentially just get shut down really hard on this Olaf, and once he falls behind, it's going to be just a struggle to even pick up CS, especially against this Gnar. He's just going to be ranged putting that range damage down and landing the poke to just force him out of lane.
Yeah, and we already saw from game 1 on the side of Britney Spears that they're not strangers on giving the boo buffs to their laners at level 1. And Mundo doesn't use mana, Nar doesn't use mana, Shen doesn't use mana. So, could they possibly be giving out Victor the early boo buff at level 1?
I think it's not a bad strategy if they do. You'll certainly force Azir a lot harder under turret with those continuous death rays, and it means you can just fight that a little bit harder. But we'll see how it goes. I think it wouldn't be bad if they did, but I might see it just going over to Mundo just so he can throw out those cleavers that little bit extra and get the auto attack resets.
We still have 40 seconds to speculate about some possibility. OP, wow, the Morgana Elise combo. That is some dead CC luck.
Yeah, if you catch that one person, then that's just going to be dead. But to counter that, Britney Spears does have a lot of tank, so their front line is going to be so ridiculous. I mean, if you catch Mundo, it's potentially that he's just going to stand there, take all the damage, and then walk away because Mundo things. And Nar can potentially just turn right back around on you with Mega Nar and just potentially land that massive Nar to just make it what was potentially a one-team fight for you into a potential ace for them.
And Sivir having a spell shoot, so they only have to look out for Victor, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. You can still catch the Shen, especially early on when he doesn't have those tanky stats to back himself up, but you got to be a little bit careful on Miaskuma's side. I think they've really got to try and force something early to put somebody behind. It doesn't really matter who, as long as they put somebody. But I think this bot lane should definitely be a focus because Wolf has been really good at landing the CC on Morgana. We've already seen that, and if he just keeps that up, I think it could potentially just be a kill going straight over.
Yeah, and we are into the loading screen. And we are into the actual game. There we go. And it is game 2 between Britney Spears and Miaskumo. Britney Spears already 1-0 up from winning that first game. So Miaskumo are looking to draw at best.
Yeah, definitely. But I think Britney Spears have got the potential to just seal this out with a 2-0 because they've got such a strong team and they're already happy from the first win. Let's see if they can do it again. Pushing straight in potentially level 1 invade, though I wouldn't expect because these teams aren't that brilliant at level 1. If you land the Shen taunt, then it can potentially just shut somebody out. So we'll see how they go.
And nothing coming up, just protective wards into the jungle entrances. And both teams are just happy to... All mid laners are gonna stick to their lanes and the rest of the members are in the jungle. They're gonna...
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Both bottom lanes looking to pick up the early crump. And a double jungle start.
Yeah, I think this is fine.
Yeah, if Nar keeps making his way down into the bottom side jungle of Miaskumo, it's gonna be double jungle, and it looks like it by the way he's going.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. I mean, they're just gonna both sort of get a little bit of CC before they go in. I think Britney Spears really wants the top lane fight, whichever side it goes. So that little bit of a delay as they go will mean that kids can just go straight up into the into that 1v1 matchup, and I think he'll be more than happy to fight this Olaf. Especially since Olaf has no flash and has gone for the ghost.
And there we go, the monsters have spawned, and everyone is basically taking them except for the mid laners who are happy taking CS in that mid lane. Miaskumo started on the red side, and so are Britney Spears, jungle and top laner.
Yeah, so they're just going to do a bit of double jungling, so they know where the top laners are going to go once a T-Bone shows up down here. So they're just going to be happy enough to back off. They're just going to recall, go back top, and happy enough to fight it out, but no, just getting a little bit
Yeah,
extra
there's
from
the
that.
first Dark Binding hit, and T-Bone already getting 2 shots onto the explosive shot, and Shen also going down low. But there's still... Jericho is looking to hold on to his health pot. Gonna use the Dorans just to auto attack, get those little bit of life back. Wolf.
Gotta be really careful for Wolf here, because
Yeah, he
if
was
Wolf lands a
looking.
binding, that could be so much damage going down. Potentially even a kill.
Yeah, already forcing them out by standing in the bush before the lane was even there. But now Turco is safely behind the minions from that Dark Binding. And looking to poke with the boomerang.
Yeah, so Tekko's got a little bit better poke because he can land it from range and stay out of T-Bone's potential auto attack straight back. But if a binding lands from Wolf, they could just go really hard in on this fight. And LPG going aggressive on Tids.
Yeah, has the crystalline flask, so he can poke out, but he walks right into a Mundo. And there's a boomerang from Nar, and that was it looked like first blood, but I was not expecting it that fast.
That was a lot of damage from that Mundo.
Yeah, that was
Just
the I think it was the sadism? Masochism from
Masochism.
Mundo.
Yeah, so once that masochism comes in, it just did so much damage and just elites LPG with that last little bit of health. And first blood going over to Mundo, and this is what you want. You want Mundo to get ahead so he can just roam around and do Mundo things.
Yeah, I know that even LPG was expecting the damage was coming from, and now Turco is caught out, but an immediate exhaust, and Theo is right there, flashes in, gets the venomous bite, gets third attacker, has to jump away, and ooh, actually still took the turret shot. That was actually interesting.
Yeah,
That he-
close bit of damage there.
Yeah,
Was going down, but well played all the same. Flashes in, gets the Q. Really well played by Gildon to try and trade it back out with that taunt, but just not enough to seal the deal. And mid lane getting pushed aggressively into Upon. So still
yeah,
got a help.
Wolf is roaming. He's in the jungle, looking to catch out Mundo. Actually, it's
Oh,
Mundo who's
yeah.
gonna...
You don't want
You
to do
don't
that.
catch out Mundo, Mundo catches out you! His burn has to flash away, Azir's there, but actually Mundo also flashes down, but Upon is gonna get the kill with the kill, and Silver just using those drifts to get over the wall, but the cleaver hits, but Theo is right there to back him right up, so they can really go into it.
So close there, but that was not where you wanted to be, Wolf. Turns the corner and then Mundo just comes steamrolling in and says, ooh, free kills. It lands those cleavers and there's just no way you can get away from that. Even goes over to Upon as well, so that mid laner now getting a little bit ahead and
And
possibly
now
going down.
Theo is looking for a gank and also gets the cocoon right before gravity field hits in. Silver is gonna pick up a kill. Just to see.
Yeah, so well traded there. Upon a little bit greedy, sticking around there on low health. Does have that TP, so he's going to get straight back in potentially and not miss anything too much. But not brilliant.
The lane's gonna be frozen in the middle.
Yeah, he does use
before
that TP though.
Yeah, still gets in before it actually pushes in.
No, not brilliant. This is the problem we saw in the first game as well, is that Britney Spears make these little mistakes that Miaskumas can just capitalize on. And this is how they almost started to make a comeback from Miaskumas. So if they can keep making these plays where they pick somebody out.
Ooh, LPG takes a lot of damage from the Mechanar, doesn't get hit up by the wall, so he's gonna just use the ghost to get out. And then now Dark Bunny hits, T-Bone puts a exposure shot on Silver. Silver's gonna use the spell shoot, not gonna take any damage. Amanda back, thank you very much.
Yeah, so just not enough to take him out. He uses the ghost and he's just got that
Oh,
little
Wolf
speed,
still
a lot of
walking bit
damage.
forwards, gets taunted up, but T-Bone is gonna flash actually rocket jump in, but Turco still gets the kill. Theo is there to try to get the kill, gets it, now comes in with the TP. They're looking for Stake, but Stake jumps over the wall, but Udan tries a flash taunt, but it misses, as T-Bone actually flashes also, so they don't get it. And Gravity Field does not hit, he uses the repel to get over the wall. Not over the wall, just over. But it's not gonna go over anything, because it's Tits who's gonna pick up that killer.
Yeah, just not able to do anything. And Mundo coming in on silver, but
Yeah, gonna...
Rudy's just not able to make anything big happen. Just a few cleavers to the face, and then sort of farms up the wave. Really well rotated there by Britney Spears, but again, giving over another kill. Oh, again, it's worth. So you're getting your carries ahead, but you really don't want to be giving up these kills, especially onto Miyaskuma. So you want to really shut them out and make sure they become irrelevant in this game, just like they did the first game. But pretty well played to try and pick up that extra kill on Elise with Athbon coming down.
Yeah, now we're actually using TP, but Olaf choosing not to. Just gonna farm up, gonna make some of that CS difference, so a little bit lower, only 6 CS down. But Nar has a small peak in a wave on that's gonna crash in the stairs. He's gonna pick those up.
There's going to be a solid at least 10 CS ahead, I would say, and he's got that kill, so it just means that he's pulling ahead LPG bit by bit, and it's just going to start showing because LPG is just struggling to really trade damage a lot. And as soon as he goes aggressive on Tids, Tids can just stand there and go Mega Gnar and trade away.
Yeah, and so this happened again. So I was gonna say something, but then I saw this was happening. I was gonna wait if it happens again, and it happened, and I am disappointed. But this time it's on Miyaskuma, not on Britney Spears, so it's infectious.
Maybe it's just that blue. Maybe he just doesn't like Midlaners.
Yeah, the red side blue buff.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just that blue. Let's call him Dave for now. Just Dave does not like mid laners.
No.
Dave likes junglers.
At least the first Dave. No, wait, that's the second Dave, not the first Dave.
Too many Daves.
Yeah. Gonna make, and I totally lost the train of thoughts of what I was gonna say before that approval happened, but I'm gonna see if I can catch onto it later. And there goes spell shoots, yet another explosive shot.
That was so good in the Tristana for that exact reason.
Ooh, but a nice dark binding hit, and Gujan tries to taunt just so Debon can't put any more damage onto Turco, but now LPG is getting dived on the turret. Gnar is gonna pick up that kill, another successful gank from Indo, and now Wolf flashing in for the ultimate, and it's not spell shielded enough, but the TP is coming up. Afghan is the first one that's gonna come down. He's gonna get the first kill. There comes Azir looking for get another one, but Agmar just flashes out before Silver can use that Ember's Divide.
Yeah, beautifully played there by Britney Spears. So it goes aggressive, but the TP comes down from Athbon at the perfect time so you can just come in, mop up that kill on T-Zone, and the late TP from Silver was just not enough to get on and catch anyone out, especially when Athbon burns that flash to get that little bit of distance out of the ultimate range of Silver.
Yeah, Turco has to be careful not getting that one more as soldier basic attack.
Yeah, Silver's got flash as well, so he could have potentially gone in there, but there would have been no way of him getting back out, so he doesn't want to risk it.
Yeah, and he could have... No, he didn't have spell sheet up, so could have possibly... But it's still going within turret range.
Yep. It's still diving immediately into turret with support, so it probably wouldn't have went well for him.
Okay, so I managed to catch the train of thought that I was gonna say, is that Severe got the lead, and what he did with it was pick up an Avarice Blade, and not a pickaxe. So, he's like behind in damage.
Behind in damage, but he's gonna get that little bit extra gold in LPG, and Tid's going aggressive.
Yeah, has the ultimate running, so he can't use the ultimate. He didn't actually have it up, but Turco hits the Dark Bunny, but spell shields it, and the explosive shots comes through just to make sure that they don't dive Wolf any harder.
So much spell immunity on both sides. Dark Binding comes through, Spell Shield by Sivir, Taunt comes through, Black Shield by Wolf, and just not able to really connect anything. We're just trading a little bit of damage here and there, and that's about it really.
Yeah, I was very questioning the Severe pick in my head, but seeing how Turco is using it just to spell shield the Dark Bindings, as it happens yet again, I can see why he felt like he need to pick Severe.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's so good into this. I mean, you've got the utility from that shield to either block the damage or block the potential CC that could take you out. So it's really nice.
And now
RPG
jumps
getting caught.
in and Mundo comes for another gank and a lot of damage. There's not enough sustain. He's gonna go down for the third time this game, and it's actually the third gank. And Guijar tries to taunt, but he misses and has to walk away, but there's not enough damage anyway to follow it up. And Britney Spears are gonna pick up the first turret of the game.
That was a speedy Mundo as well. That ultimate gave him so much movement speed to fly in there and land the kill, but at least does pick up the dragon for Miyaskuma, so well traded.
And
top
going
turret for
bottom.
dragon.
Going bottom, Wolf puts the ultimate up, but on the hunt is just enough. People flashes in and tries to get enough damage with the ultimate, but it's not enough, and now he's caught up and the rest of the thing doesn't have jump up, and it goes to Guijar.
Ken carry coming out strong. But Turco, just enough health there. Uses the summoner heal to make sure that he stays alive, and T-Bone really aggressive and took a page out of Turco's book, goes in for the big play, but just gets destroyed because he just doesn't have enough burst, and once you've used it all, you've got no way of getting back out.
So 8 kills to 3, and we're only 14 minutes in.
Yes.
So those numbers could easily quadruple.
Yeah, so the Britney Spears have done a really good job again of just making sure they cement this early game. And they're going to try and transition this to some good mid-game with some team fights around potential turrets. But I mean, they've pushed in the top and the mid turrets so well. They need to take out that bottom turret now so they can push aggressively into the jungle, although they should already be doing that on the top side, getting those wards and vision out. Would like to see a sight zone coming out from Greedy so they can get some more vision in the jungle, but it's not absolutely necessary. So he does pick up that Randuin's, in fact. Try and stop the crits coming out of Stick.
Well, there's already the first item that we kind of predicted that Mundo would get on that speedy Mundo build. See if he goes for the Gameman's Blade second, or possibly the Xerx's Cage. But Britney Spears are still, the bottom lane was looking to pick up the turret on the bottom lane, they were pressuring it, the lane was pushed in. But T-Bone is just gonna pick up those minions and he's gonna farm out. He's down on almost 20 CS. But Theo is right in the bush, and Wolf goes in with a flash ulti, and Turco tries to get a spell shield, but there's too much CC coming up, and the ultimate from Tristana just gonna make sure to scatter everything. Guijar tries to flash away, but there's just too much damage. Actually gets the taunt out. Theo still goes, rebels in, gets a venomous fight, and that's the kill.
Beautifully played there, just to secure that. A lot of skill shots fired there from Teal to try and pick up the kill on Turco, who's just deleted by Stake. I mean, really well played on both. From this bot lane, Wolf just instantly flashing forward, landing the ult to get the slow, and then there's just no way that they can really get out, and it's just so well played for
Oh, LPG, have to be careful because there's a Mundo in the bush and he takes half of your health. Still has the ultimate, has to burn it, but Mundo follows up with his ultimate of his own. Doesn't have flash up, but the cleavers are still doing damage, they're not slowing. And the Black Shield tries to keep him alive, but it's not enough. Grid is gonna pick up a second kill of the game.
I love Mundo Jungle. It's so strong. I mean, you saw that. Just the auto QE, and it half healths him straight away.
When Mundo half helps and Olaf
When you gotta be worried.
in 2 seconds.
And this is the problem though with this Olaf. I mean, we said that if he gets behind, it's going to be so hard for him to even beat anything in this game. And it really is showing. He's currently 0-4 and he's falling behind in CS, and he's going to really struggle to stay any kind of relevance in this game, especially when your jungler is so tanky that he can just walk up and just destroy you.
And finally, the last outer turret from Miyaskuma has fallen.
Yep.
Britney Spears now have more freedom in the enemy jungle.
Yeah, I mean,
Turbo is still actually pushing up on the inner turret. There's nobody there to respond, so they're gonna at least take half of its health. And now Guidan has joined. Are they gonna take it down once the camera actually moves that way? It's gonna go down.
Oh
Wolf
dear.
tries to come from the side, but there's a greedy Mundo. How appropriate. And they find Wolf, and the last cleaver is just the last cleaver in the coffin.
Yep, that cleaver made sure to cement the kill, and he's just going to keep throwing them because he's so tanky.
Yeah, but now Severe is kind of low. Ooh, didn't actually use the spell shield on that one. Knew that he wasn't hit. A hit was just gonna be max range. He's gonna save it, but there's a lot of damage. Should be going down. Uses the spell shield to miss the
Oh!
explosion shots, and uses the heal. And this time the cooking hits, and it's into the bush. And Theo is gonna pick up that one. It was a nice try. Didn't almost have flash up.
I was very sad that. I thought he was going to get out and it was going to be amazing, but oh dear, LPG, don't go too aggressive. Upbound pushed up that mid wave and he just wasn't there for any kind of fight, so they couldn't really do any pressure. Gonna bounce back though. This is again, like, as we were saying, Britney Spears making these little bit of mistakes here and there, and Mias Kumas are just capitalizing, and it's really showing as they've brought back that 8, as you said, 8-2, and it's back to 10-6. 8-3, sorry. No, it's
Alright,
10-6.
well, there you go. We can do math. And the great lead is 6,400 gold at the moment in favor of Britney Spears. Dragon is coming up in 20 seconds. Britney Spears still haven't secured a single one, while Miyaskuma still have a single dragon that they have picked up.
Although there is 5 turrets down for Britney Spears, so they've put that pressure in other objectives, and it's really starting to show. I mean, I'd like to see Nah just split pushing now, because he's got that TP, he can come straight back down. LPG's got the same, but LPG's really not that strong at this point. He's only got the Black Cleaver and the boots, and it's just not enough to really make a big impact, especially when this Mundo's running around, and he can pretty much just single-handedly zone him out.
The Dragon is live, and it's Miyaskuma that are first in the Dragon area, and we're gonna start it up. Mundo is in the mid lane, so he's gonna. I think he's not gonna be in time. That's gonna be Miyaskuma securing it, and Turbo actually goes a little bit too soon before his team is even there. And there comes the Burst Divide just to make sure Nard doesn't get over there. The focus has to be on Wolf. It's the only one that they can get. Green is still trying to get Silver, who flashes over with Silver over the wall, and they're gonna pick up 4 members. They're looking for Tio, who's the last member surviving. Narcos Mega, and tosses out the stone, but at barn. Just making sure that
is
it's
worrying.
a full ace.
That is worrying considering Britney Spears were the one who made the mistake there. Turco just couldn't do anything in that fight because he just got caught out. But they weren't able to follow up on that. And Britney Spears just turned around and said, well, we're going to fight you anyway. Because this Mundo is so strong. Apbarn has got so much damage on this Victor as well. Big AoE coming out, and it's just not enough to really make anything happen for Mias Kumas. Only able to pick up 1, whereas Britney Spears get the full ace.
And they're gonna steal up a blue buff. Also, they don't actually get any turrets. But did they actually get some? No, they didn't get much damage onto the bottom lane inhibited turret.
Yeah, they don't get any damage onto the turrets, they don't get the dragon either, so they do sort of lose out a little bit, but I don't know whether that second dragon is worth the ace, that got traded out.
Yeah, Turco has to be very careful. You see that Severe is not something that Turco plays a lot on. Just judging on this game, he's 1-5, and he's
on both
just,
sides, it
yeah.
doesn't really seem that the AD carries are sort of... We're seeing T-Bone come in for he's being there in the fights, same as Turco, but they're not really the ones making the big plays here. It's mainly being focused on this jungle and on this mid lane, or for Britney Spears, it's entirely the rest of the team, because top, mid and jungle are doing all the damage. And it's really starting to show in those KDs. 505, 406, 414. There's just so much coming out from these 3 guys, and it's just doing so much. It's just making these fights such an easy time for Britney Spears, when even when your ADC goes down, they're not the ones that you need to be worried about, and the Mundo, the Victor, and the Gnar just steamroll up your team to just land that perfect ace.
And Britney Spears are looking on the mid lane, maybe possibly going for that inhibitor turret, it's gonna be a hard task for them to get on, so they're looking for a pick. Now actually jumps in, but they get Cocoon. Urko is on the other side, but he gets Dark behind it, and Guidan tries to get it for the taunt, but it's immediately repelled, so no damage coming up. And they have to fall back. Another Dark Binding hits, but it's on the Mechanar. Not really the target. Nice soldiers going over the wall for Apbarn and Guidan. But yeah, not much else coming up.
Not a lot really can be made here, so Britney Spears take a lot of damage. But there's, again, Mias Kumas is just so far behind, they can't really capitalize on any of these bindings that Wolf's landing. Again, the same problem that we had in the first game. Wolf lands the bindings, but there's nothing to really follow it up.
Britney Spears pushing up the bottom lane threat. Nice damage on the silver. And another Cocoon, and the Dark Binding would have hit, but it is spell shielded by Darko. Really is on the other side of the wall, while Apbarn is on the mid lane, trying to push those two lanes.
Yeah, they're just trying to force an objective now because they really want to do something in this sort of downtime while Dragons are open. Turbo.
Yeah, and Darko's got, and he's dead. T-Bone
Nasty.
still jumps forward, tries to get some auto attacks on the Shen, but Shen is just beefy, doesn't take any crits.
Yeah,
from
that's
that.
not good. Mundo wasn't anywhere near the fight, so he couldn't really help out there, and Turco just gets caught walking between the walls, and I don't know why he really wanted to go that way. I think he could have just backed out down the lane, but instead gets punished.
Yeah, Apbarn is in a little bit of trouble. Olaf is coming from the other side of the wall. Stanley now that comes through. A Wolf is dead, and the Taunt hits one member, but it's in the gravity field, so they can heal up. Apbarn is still trying to run, doesn't have flash. Azir is gonna be the one who's gonna pick up that kill.
That was a deleted support, but it does cost and the taunt into the wall.
Yeah, and Mundo uses the ultimate for speed up, tries to go for a Seer. And there was some interesting interaction coming up, but a flash over the wall, Shen goes through and gets the taunt of the two members on the carries, but the rocket shot is gonna keep him alive, but Greedy's last quiver is gonna make sure it's a dead one. They're still looking for T-Bone. The boomerang does not get, but the taunt does, and now they can line up those auto attacks from Gnar. And he goes Mega, but he gets Dark Binded, and the spell shield makes sure Dark Binding makes sure that he doesn't get scolded. And now the Gnar goes in with the Mega right into their own turret, and LBG goes down as does Silver. And now Tio is in the base. Apbarn comes up with the TP. Tries to secure, but that's a surprise ace, I would say.
Yeah, so really well played there. It's a lot of vision down for Britney Spears as well.
Yeah, making sure nothing passes from that. Dragon's coming up in 15 seconds, so they're gonna finally get their first dragon.
But yeah, that was a little bit questionable. So Gildan missed the initial taunt, but it didn't really matter because Greedy can just come flying down on this Mundo, lands the slows, and it just means that they can pick one by one. Gildan is able to chase and was able to taunt over the wall in that river and follow up the lane, but
oh, nice! Nice steal from Apbarn on the blue buff with the Razor.
Actually, that wasn't a steal, that was Greedy giving it over.
Oh,
so, unless he was stealing it from Greedy, in which case it wasn't.
See, the positioning. The positioning of it made me question because he was standing so far from it. You let the laser be on the max range.
Yeah, but don't worry, all planned, all planned. They managed to give over Dave, and the mid laner takes it this time. But...
It's still to be excited. He secured the blue buff.
Yeah, exactly.
Making sure that the error from last game did not happen.
Yeah. But now it's going fairly well. Mias Kumas are going to try and force something somewhere because they really need to get a fight that they can win, but it's not actually as bad as the first game. They're only about half the kills, and the goal differential is pretty substantial still, because they've missed out on all those turrets. But it's not in as dire of a place. If they can take out this Mundo somehow, or at least take out everybody around Mundo and then focus on him, then they have a chance of pulling this back, but gonna be really tough with how tanky this guy really is.
Looks like Britney Spears are looking for a Baron. Sweep it out, make sure there's no wards.
Been destroyed.
But LPG is gonna pick up the top lane turret. but there is one ward that gets spotted. LVG using the TP just to get out, uses it on the inner turret on the top lane.
Yep. Everyone collapses up, but he's already out of there, and this is going to be your mid getting forced really hard by T1. T1's going to take this down straight away.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a poor rotation.
Yeah, but they're gonna try to make it up, like going
and it
right
means
for
that there's
Baron.
no TP on LPG either.
Yeah, has to walk all the way. But Mundo using that ultimate, and he gets the slow on the Elise, and it was tries to jump up. He gets CC'd, and the jungler is down from Niskuma.
This is going to be an easy Baron going over. Greedy's just so tanky at this point. He could just face tank that Baron for all the time. But Silver getting a bit slowed there.
Nar did not have flash up, so couldn't flash in and get the ultimate up right before he's gonna time out of it. And now Wolf is just brought out, doesn't have flash, he's just gonna go down.
Yep, just left for dead. You can't really, we can't really help him out because there's just too much damage on Britney Spears right now. They're already a man down, and unfortunately we're going to lose another, and this is going to be a Baron going over unless a Miracle Steal can come out.
And there we go, ward over the wall just to see if anyone comes even close. Elise is up, but he's going to the bottom lane, so he's not even looking to steal it. He'll be going over it unless a Miracle acts, but it comes 3-4 seconds too soon.
Goodbye, Silver.
Yeah, it was a good try.
It was a potential for a steal. It was secured by the AD carry, but nothing too dangerous. Nothing too dangerous.
No. Now the sun just goes down, so Azir passive is gonna be down for the time being, and they have to deal with those Baron buff minions.
All five are here, so they can't fight, but
Yeah,
so
Turco is
far.
actually left alone because everyone else recoiled, so has to flash away. That was very close.
I don't know why Turco keeps going so
Yeah.
aggressive. I mean, he's not really being the hard carry of this game, but at the same time, you need to watch where you're going there. If he goes down, then there's a potential that Mias Kumas could just be able to force out some kind of objective.
But Miskuma still get their own red buff, even though it doesn't go for T-bomb, but Turco is still looking for Wolf, actually gets a nice damage, but it's not enough to secure the kill.
And as soon as I say that Turco's not the hard carry of this team, he instantly almost kills Wolf and also half healths T-Bone in one fell swoop.
Yeah, Theo is now in a bigger trap, but has a shield on him, and a nice flash going right on the T-Bone, has to flash away, and meanwhile the top lane Fitz is going for Elise, who uses the Rappel and the Gnar ultimate, hits two members, but it doesn't matter because ultimate is Olaf. Fitz still get the kill, and Tristana comes in just to get the ultimate on the Apar, just to get him away, but already two members down.
This is
For
really
Miskuma.
good here. This could potentially be the game if they force this correctly, but no,
No, they're just gonna
back
get the inhibitor out.
Potentially rotate for this bottom.
Yeah.
Looks like Turco's gonna recall in lane, and he's not gonna get punished.
No. So just gonna a safe inhibitor, even though it cost the life of Gnar.
Yeah,
And,
Tibbs went really aggressive there, and it was a little bit questionable. He went in, used the big Gnar, but he managed to CC the Olaf, who just ults straight back out, and he's not actually able to pick anything up, and instead just trades his life for nothing, and he flashed in on that as well.
Trying to secure the kill, which he did in the end.
Yeah, just a little bit
some-
greedy there, except
Some
not as good
pros,
as
some
greedy.
cons. Still having the Baron buff up, it's gonna time out shortly, so not gonna get a much more from it. Dragon's coming up in 22 seconds, and Prince Spirits are looking for it. They're gonna sweep up the Dragon area from all the wards that there's gonna be, but they can't clear up the Rift Sculptor.
Yeah, and they're going to be happy enough to take this though, because they're just so strong at this point, and they're pretty much happy to take any fight that comes out. Even if they are slightly scattered, it doesn't really matter because your front line is just such an absolute monster with this Mundo and the Gnar, who are so strong, and then you've got Victor just pumping out so much damage. At 727, he's got no troubles fighting anybody.
And there's actually the ultimate pop from Turco. They're looking for Tristana, who uses the rocket jump just to get out very safely. Actually, it gets spotted by the Ritz Coupler, so it was worth taking it.
A little bit greedy there. Throwing out the ultimate, but they were so far away.
Ooh, nice
much
taunt,
of a
but it
chance.
was still didn't hit. And Durko actually takes almost half health from so far unknown source. Might have been actually Tristana or Seer, gonna say. Okay,
Damage,
yeah, it's not dark pointing, but it's spell shielded, so it's very nice. As your sword just doing a lot of sieging, anti-sieging, if you may say.
Yeah, they have such a good team for it though, with Tristana able to just play those waves along with Azir, but Miasku have to be so worried now. If a single person gets caught out and taken out of the fight, it could just be game over straight away.
Yeah, the mid lane wave is pushing, so, but it's not like a top lane, so it's not that far of a distance. And Shen is the one who gets knocked up, actually just binded up, you may say, and they get taken down. And Prince Spears are on the run.
Yeah,
It doesn't look like it, but they are.
That's just what we were saying, like one person goes down and then there's the potential that they can just steamroll up the rest of the team. So trying to force something, but that is a very
Yeah, the
tanky
mid lane
Mundo.
wave is pushing the Nexus turret, so they have to go back to base. You couldn't keep Snar at bay. But this opens up some damage. No, they actually just sent Olaf to clear up the wave. Get some important CS.
Well, he needs something because he's not. He has to stay relevant somehow, and they're trying to do that by pumping as much CS into him as possible, but not really.
Yeah,
able to
Nar
make
goes
anything.
Mega, but he gets stunned up before he can use the ultimate on the Visor targets. Victor was doing some damage with the Wolf in the backline, survives, has to flash away, but still goes down to Gridon. And now Nar and Mundo are wrecking in the front line. Gridon goes in with a taunt and he hits Tio, but he has to flash away. Goes to turret's range, has to be careful not to take too much damage from it. Deraco actually went down very early in the game fight, and now he's alone in base. Don't jump over now, you're gonna get Gridon killed. And they're still going, looking for Depot, but he just rocket jumped away, and now Mundo is caught with the cocoon under the turret, but doesn't have the aggro on him. But a lot of damage, they have to fall back.
There's just no way you can fight this. I mean, oh, but so much damage on the silver from that laser. I say they can't fight it, but if Abban lands some good damage, he could just take out T-Bone in one shot with that laser. At the same time, though, really hungry for these kills and such. Tid's a little bit unlucky with that Gnar. He lands the Gnar on the Tristana and the Morgana, but the Tristana is able to just rocket jump past the inhibitor so they don't get stunned. Otherwise, that could have potentially just been the game right there.
This is actually the only issue with their team comp is that they don't have much range on their basic attacks. So they have to walk right up to the turret to even do some bit of damage to it.
Yeah, and they're very bursty as well. I mean, got Abban just who wants to sort of get to that mid-range point where he can just fire everything. But that's sort of the range where T-Bone's going to be happy sort of engaging at maximum auto-attack, and then everybody else following it up, and they're just going to go straight for Baron.
Yeah, Brady is right there, so if he can make it in time. Doesn't have the ultimate though, and now actually comes with the TP. 3,000 health onto the turret, and they're looking for Silver. Silver takes a lot of damage, and they actually goes down Snar, who is going to pick up that kill. And Debo has to rocket jump away from the fight. Snar is going to go, Mega very soon, so we're going to get more and more stacks, but Victor is still going to pick up a kill on Teal, while Greedy pick up a kill on LPG. And Wolf and Depot are the only surviving members of Miyaskuma, and again, only Turco going down.
Yeah, Turbo did a lot of damage though before going down, and he almost wiped out Silver straight off. They're able to pick him up in the end, but they focus really hard onto Turbo, but at the same time, the greedy Gildan and all the others are just happy enough to tank up CC and do a lot of damage. And as we saw, Greedy just soloing out on that top side, while Abban just uses the big lasers to get as much damage as possible and AoE everybody else out of the fight. And Baron going straight over to Brittany's.
And there you go. I said in the very early in the games that the kills are gonna quadruple, and Miyaskuma now had 13, which is over the quadruple number, so that can no longer happen. I can be right.
Yep.
On the 32-12 score line in the end of the game, so There you go,
Yeah,
I was
so-
wrong once again.
It's unfortunate, but at the same time, Miesku must have done a really good job of sort of pulling a lot of these kills out of where Britney Spears makes these mistakes. And it's just not enough, unfortunately. They're just always, again, like the first game, they're just always playing from behind, and they're just never able to really capitalize on anything. They get kills bottom lane, but super minions are on their Nexus turrets. They get something in mid lane, and they go for Baron, but the rest of the team's already there, and they just can't take anything off the back of these little advantages that they get, meaning that it's just basically like the same state of the game.
Joker's not probably gonna be worth much gold with the 8 deaths that he already has, so it's not too bad that him going down. And Shen with a beautiful flash forward when 3 members followed up with the Victor ultimate and right into the severe boomerangs. That's 2 members down instantly, and it's the main carries. Bree is chasing on the LPG, but he does it out to 1 cleaver, so he's gonna get out.
He doesn't have to worry, that could just be game straight away, because they just take out the 2 main carries, and what are they going to do to fight this back? I mean, LPG's already way behind. Both the support and the Elise is just so weak at the minute, so they can't really channel anything back.
Yeah, there you go. Wolf goes down. They're looking for LPG as the last member. There we go. Hero is the only one survived, but he has only just now recalled back to base. That's gonna be game. And Britney Spears takes the series 2-0 over Miesku.
Yeah, so well played by Britney Spears. They did the same thing they did in the first game, where they just steamrolled with that top lane, with that mid lane, and again, Upbound just getting really strong on these mids and then just roaming around a lot. And it does so much work in these games, but everyone's staying relevant, pushing all the time, and it just means that they can steamroll this game. But a lot of mistakes made from both sides. Britney Spears did have some exploitable mistakes, but Miesku just weren't able to really capitalize on them to their full extent, and it just means GG, well played in the end.
Yeah, Britney Spears making sure that their lead as number 1 grows even further on the lead. So that's the first best of 2 of the game. We're still gonna have one more best of 2 between 5v5 tryhards and the PRC, and we're gonna be right back.
Take him back to the crib. Take him back to the crib. And ain't no way to explain or say how painful the hangover was today. In front of the toilet, hands and knees, trying to breathe in between the dry heaves. My baby made me some coffee, afraid that if I drink some, it's probably coming right back out me. Couple of Advil, relax and chill at a standstill with how bad I feel. I think I need to smell fresh air, so I stepped out the back door and fell down the stairs. The sunlight hit me dead in the eye, like it's mad that I gave half the day to last night. My bad sight made me trip on my ass right into that patch of grass, like that's life. All of a sudden, I realized something. The weather is amazing, even the birds are bumping. Stood up and took a look and a breath, and there's that bike that I forgot that I possessed. Never really seen exercise as friendly, but I think something's telling me to ride that 10-speed. The brakes are broken, that's alright. The tires got air and the chain seems tight. Hopped on, it felt the summertime. It reminds me of one of them Moosab lines, like sunshine, sunshine is fine. I feel it in my skin, warming up my mind. Sometimes you gotta give in to win. I love the days when it shines. Whoa, let it shine. Sunshine, sunshine is fine. I feel it in my skin, warming up my mind. Sometimes you gotta give in to win. I love the days when it shines. Whoa, let it shine. Whoa, let it shine. Whoa, let it shine. Whoa, let it shine. Whoa, let it. If I could, I would keep this feeling in a plastic jar. Bust it out whenever someone's acting hard. Settle down, barbecue in the backyard. The kids get treats and old folks get classic cars. Every day that gets to pass is a success, and every woman looks better in a sundress. The sunshine's an excuse to shoot hoops, get juice, show and prove them moves and let loose. I hear voices, I see smiles to match them. Good times, and you can feel it in the fashion. Even though the heat cooks up the action, the streets still got butterflies, enough kids to catch them. Riding my bike around these lakes, man, feeling like I finally figured out my escape plan. Take it all in, the day started off all wrong, but somehow now that hangover is all gone. Ain't nothing like the sound of the leaves when the breeze penetrates these southside trees. Leaning up against one, watching the vibe, forgetting all about the stress, thanking God I'm alive. It's so simple, I had to keep the song simple. And when I get home, I'm gonna open all the windows, feeling alright. Stopped at a stop sign, a car pulled up, bumping Fresh Prince's Summertime. Summer, summer sign. I feel it in my skin, warming up my mind. Sometimes you gotta give in to win. I love the days when it shines. Whoa, let it shine. Sunshine, sunshine is fine. I feel it in my skin, warming up my mind. Sometimes you gotta give in to win. I love the days when it shines. Whoa, let it shine. Whoa, let it shine. Whoa, let it shine. Whoa, let it shine. Whoa, let it. Come on. And you're supposed to be slowed down. Come on.